Hi everyone. Today I'm going to start a repair and restorations, hopefully, on this Zenith AM radio. It's 1955 model K526W for white. It's kind of unique in this way. I don't know. Look at this dial here. This is 5500 and this is 16. That's a lot of travel for just, it's a lot of travel. But it appears to be complete. The knobs are, maybe they turned yellow. I don't know. Perhaps it's the color, but the inserts matches the dial. On and off. This is the tuning, and obviously we have a dial cord problem, an issue. It's got the Zenith logo right here. Now what makes this kind of unique, and I'm going to see if I can jack this up just a little bit. You can see that, and perhaps I'll bring it up just a little bit. Okay, I have to, and once this dial cord is put back on, this should be fine. It shouldn't turn. But look at this here. This is your tone control. Right here in the center. It says tone register. So what's that saying? Well, your speaker's here. So now you got a dial cord in front of the speaker. And you also got a potentiometer in front of the speaker. So that's kind of unique. I guess they did that way so they didn't want to have, three knobs on the side here. They just wanted it, so they put it in the center. It's kind of strange. It's got what it looks like. I'll back it back out. Like there's paint messed up, but that's tape. All of this is tape. I don't know if you can see it. In the areas, some of it looks like Scotch tape. I don't know what the reason that was for, unless they and the same thing for this end. More tape, but that could be cleaned up. It's not cracked or anything. It looks like Bakelite. I think this is the original cover. It's got all the clips on it for holding the back on, so that's a good thing. I can feel the antenna in the back there. And it's also got a phono radio switch and a RCA jack in it, so naturally that would be, phone would have a preamp in it or something, so if I ever go to put an aux in there, I'd have to put a preamp in there. I don't know. For an AM radio, it's huge. Very huge. So what I'm going to do, let's see, the cord, get this out of my way. I don't know if that's original or not. It's not polarized. Could be original. If it is, it's in good shape. Well, let me get the chassis out of the cabinet, and we'll see what we're up against, and see if we can bring this radio back to life. The phono and radio switch is stiff, needs cleaning. It's an All-American 5, and it has a 3-gain tuner. The antenna, oscillator, and I think it has a detector. detector getting as well.
The rubber tuning grommets look okay.
Let's take a look at the style cord to see what. Oh, look at that. Well, that doesn't, boy, I don't know. I don't like working around that speaker. I have no luck being close to a speaker. It just came off the knob, it looks like. The tuning knob. No, there's the tuning knob. What the hell am I thinking of? Off of this drum right here. Where's the spring? Ooh. Well, that's I hate those little drums. They're so hard to work with. Opposed to the bigger ones. So you can have like small fingers. Okay. God, this is wrapped around there. I'm not going to take your time up. It's got to be replaced. Let's take a look under the hood. I suspect it ain't going to be much. Well, it is. Where can I lay it? I'll lay it on this. Oh, it's selenium rectifier in it. Now that's got to be replaced. You can see that. Man, that cap air is really burnt. So I suspect that rectifier is shot. Let me see if I can get it up tighter. Wow, it looks original though. Everything looks original. Oh, wax caps. Well, it's more contested than I thought. I thought it would be bare bones. But this rectifier's got to be replaced. And you know, look at this cap here. It looked like it had. I could see the foil on it. Wow. I think that's cooked. That means I have to put a dropping resistor in there. Once I take this out, because this is known to reduce the voltages. So I'm going to have... Okay, just a little update of what I'm working on still. A little more involved than I thought. I'm going to turn this stand I've had for years. I got the smaller one. You can get a bigger one for tubes, but this frame chassis is so long and I couldn't set it on the sides because it would fall over. So this is where this comes in handy. Okay, first of all, the selenium rectifier here that I took out is good. I'm going to show you the cap. See if I can bring it up really close. You can see how that top of it, hopefully you can see that. And you see the foil? It literally, let's see if I can bring this up closer. It literally just busted up in half. You can see, I don't know if you can see inside there, but it actually went inside to the foil. And there's the foil in of the cap, and I read it. Okay, what was it? It was a .047. Somebody's been in there because the other half of it is gone. It wasn't in the chassis. It wasn't in the cabinet, so somebody's been in there. Now, bring it up here a little bit. I'm going to show you what I'm up against with this. Okay, I had to take the potentiometer volume control out of there just in order to get to the capacitor. I can't turn this stand around, so that's the only thing that's going to make it. So, in order to get to this electrolytic, so the filter cap, it's got the 4 of them on there, which I got 1, 2 40s, 3 40s, and 180. To replace those with, I'm going to put them on this terminal board that I put across there. I broke the terminals off. But the problem was, you know how they're marked with symbols like a triangle, a square, like a D mark, or a half moon, if you will, and the other one isn't marked. Well, they're not on this isolated filter capacitor. You cannot find them in there because of the washer, this insulation on it. It's up under that. You'd have to take out the whole capacitor and insulation and find out what it is and then put it back. I said, nah, I'm not going that way. So I had to go the hard way with it, and by the schematic and traced all 4 of them down where they go, and I can make some notations of how I did it. The 40, 40, and 80 is on the bottom left, and so that's 40 is a 25 volts, and all the other ones are 150 volts. And I figured out where they go. So I made some notations and even numbered the wires because I don't want to trace that through again. Even soldered a wire there, and left these 3 on for the grounds. This will go on a terminal board with the other capacitors. So that was a problem. Instead of just looking at symbols and replacing them, now I have to trace them down. And then, okay, it's 4:38 in the morning, having my decaf coffee. I think I got it. It took me a little long to do all of this. As you can see, let's see if I can find my pointer. Oh, right there it is. It's pretty congested in here now. Being that you have 4 electrolytics, 1 buried under there, sleeper. There's the 80, and there's another 40, so there's 3 40s and 180. And 1, 2, 3 resistors all piled in on that original can filter. So, took more space than I wanted, but hey, that rectifier wouldn't have fit here where I wanted it, so I soldered it down on this chassis here. Got something. Not very, let me see, maybe I got it on. Whoa, I had it on phono. Hey, that's a good sign. How many, 117 volts, 0.326 amps. .8 watts. Would help you bring that antenna over. And the transmitter.
Ooh.
What is it about Cindy Crawford? For decades, she's mesmerized us with
Once
her
the tone works.
and the press exclaims she still has us enthralled. The secret to Cindy's surprisingly
It
ageless
does.
skin.
Okay. But what I want to show you is right here, my analyzer, RMS True Analyzer. I got 97 volts going to it, to this radio. And it says 97 on my little amp meter. Also,
Let me tell you the secret to
it's
stressing less.
0.257
No
amps.
matter how much I'm struggling to relax, I know I can always rely on Relaxium
And
to calm my
21
nerves
watts.
and get me to sleep through the night.
Relaxium helps
So,
me calm down and relax, so I can actually fall
the
asleep.
reason I got it down at
Because if we don't
97
get
is
enough
because I
sleep,
still
we're
need to
not
put a
capable of
dropping
functioning
resistor
to our
in there.
full potential.
No sleep
After
means
that
the next day you're less
diode.
alert.
Well, it's definitely got to be dropped down by 20 volts. Because I got 119 volts on my meter. If you can see that, let me bring that down. I've got 119 volts, 119.2. Now that, usually the household current, let's see what I'm reading over here. 122, and I hear the heater on. So it'll go up higher. So a little over 22 volts, 20 volts, to drop it down to 119. If I change one 22K half watt, I put a watt in there. That was 10%, it was way over 28% something, 28K. So, but this one here is a 2 watt resistor that was in there. You can see where I said you could see it. Let's see if I can bring it up a little bit. Excuse me, right here. I had to put it in series because I don't have a, what was that? 82 ohm. This one's an 82 ohm also, but I couldn't read the writing on this. When I looked at the schematic, I knew it was an 82. So I got about 84 in there. But you turn it around. I want to see if I can get this in the screen here for you to see it. It looks okay. Then we turn it around. And look, you can literally see the wire wound. Or the wound wire that's in that. And I couldn't see that because it was on the bottom. So that was the repair on that. All the caps have been changed. All the resistors I checked, and I only replaced the 2 of them. Everyone else was in tolerance. Well, I did change this one up here too, back up in there earlier. But
A friend of mine, she told me about Benatti.
it's running fine now. I'm going to replace these 2 metal oxide resistors with a wire wound, even though those can handle 300-degree Fahrenheit maximum temperature. And I also want to replace the dropping resistor. I'm looking for a 115 ohm wire wound, and I can't find one, so I'll settle for a 120 ohm resistor for the dropping resistor. So it'll be a 2-part video. So I hope you enjoyed part 1, and thanks for watching.